KC24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know. Now, Central Valley Today.
Welcome back to Central Valley Today. It's now time for a little trip back in time with Elizabeth Laval, president of the Fresno County Historical Society. Elizabeth joins us every month for a look back at history and a look into the future while we create and preserve history right now. And she joins us today with some exciting news about the Grapevine newsletter.
Yes.
So thanks for
always.
being here. Okay, you start the newsletter with a message from the president. And what did you talk about this month?
Well, if you read it and you didn't have a little tear coming down your eye, then I didn't do a very good job. This is my family you're seeing. Oh, we're back, the picture previous. You know, my mom's getting up there. And a couple of years ago, I wrote about how Mother's Day related to Memorial Day, which are both May. And for some moms who have lost their children in service and all. And now I happen to be on the Historic Preservation Commission.
Yeah.
And we had just had a meeting about a building that's now endangered. And so it kind of made me think this correlation between our moms getting older and my mom's at that point where she's going to be moving into full-time care, and some of our old buildings that served us so well and deserved that special kind of treatment. In any case, it was about folks that had moms that were entering that life stage or had entered that life stage. And it just reminded me about how important it is to preserve what we can.
And it's sort of like you're saying goodbye, but like not really.
Right.
And you're both still here and you're both witnessing how life is sort of turning out. And but it's this very long goodbye, and it's hard to sort of deal with as an adult child.
It is really hard.
I don't know if we talk about it a lot. We
don't.
We talk a lot about parents and their kids and how they parent, but sometimes we don't talk about what it's like to be an adult child.
Right.
Watching your parents grow older.
That's right, and it reverts. They always say it reverts back, so that they're the child.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that really happens. And I lost my dad at a very young age, so it was something we didn't go through. But my siblings and I are dealing with this, and again, watching the community grapple with old buildings.
Yeah.
And so in my role at the Historical Society, really talking about let's not make tearing something down the first line of defense.
Sure.
It may end up being that that's the right answer.
Yeah.
But we had just had a building before us that has a lot of architectural heritage, and the 7 commissioners, they put us in the city council room right now, so we're all looking down at everybody. I get why it looks like the city council people are looking down on everyone, because you're up in the air. But we all didn't know this was coming and went, oh, no, you don't, you know, kind of. So it was a real heartfelt and meaningful letter this month.
Okay, well, if people have not read it, they can always sign up for your newsletter
It's free.
anytime.
Yeah.
They can get it anytime. There's always great stories, great little tidbits from history. And this month you also talked about, you highlighted some people in the archives this month. You talked about the June Art Hop and what you're doing for that. So what's happening there?
So we had our first art hop at our new building, the Archive on Kern. Used to be the Downtown Club. We had that last week, and we were celebrating construction really hasn't started, but we did buy the building with no mortgage, so we paid it off.
Great.
So everyone that donates knows they're donating to help make the archive grow.
Yeah.
Not for a piece of dirt.
You're right.
Which is really awesome. So, of course, in June, we'll be doing Art Hop again, and it's probably before I see you, so I will say it now. It's the first Thursday of June, and we'll be celebrating Juneteenth.
Okay.
And kind of the whole month about our African American heritage in this valley. We'll have some great lectures and art and different things. And of course, the bar is open.
Okay.
And we always name our cocktails after something historical.
Yeah.
There are even the temperance cocktails, which means no alcohol, right? You get that,
yes.
which is good. And of course, this coming Saturday, the 11th, is our Mother's Day tea party.
I was just going to ask what you guys are doing for Mother's
We
Day.
still have a few seats available. There are 2 seatings, 11 and 3. And the neat thing about this is I think some of them are starting to sell out.
Okay.
But, you know, we just do a real neat thing. If you're
And
looking for
this is
something
at
different,
the-
it's at Kearney.
Kearney Mansion,
Right,
yeah.
because we will always do our tea parties
Yes.
at Kearney Mansion.
Because it's just so perfect.
You get a tour of the building and our great Chinese exhibit that's out right now. And, of course, all the fixins for tea and, you know, we
This
might
is a
even...
cute little way to celebrate Mother's
Well,
Day.
I think
and celebrate
people
history.
have trouble right now finding gifts for their parents
Sure.
or their, you know, loved ones.
Yeah.
Experiences are all the rage.
That's what people really, really like and enjoy, and it just seems so much more meaningful. Okay, in the newsletter, you also talked about Maybelle Selland.
I love this story. So Maybelle Selland had my job many years ago. And if you come out to Kearney right now, there's this beautiful Chinese exhibit, stuff from our Chinatown, not other Chinatowns, our own Chinatown. Maybelle Selland was the one responsible for making the deal with the folks in Chinatown as it was being decimated by time and preserving these exhibits.
Great.
She has this little book that you can buy in our store. And Maybelle just had the vision of preservation at its finest.
Yeah.
She was responsible for helping Kearney Mansion and its outbuildings be on the National Register.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
How could it not be?
So
That's great.
When we opened the Chinese exhibit, her daughter Julie was there. Maybelle has since passed. But it's so important to have these cultural bearers in the community that reach out and say, hey, stop and at least see what other options there are.
Yes.
And that is what we try to do too.
And we talk about that in families all the time. Like, I wish somebody would have told me to keep my baseball card collection.
Exactly.
Or I wish somebody would have said, keep this. Okay, well, you guys are always doing stuff at the Fresno County Historical Society. So many events coming up. There's a summer camp for kiddos. You've got your farm tours. You also have highlighted a whole bunch of other things in your newsletter. And we will have the links to everything that's happening this summer, everything that's coming up. We'll put it all online. Elizabeth
Thank
LaValle,
you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody else, stay right there. If you're planning to take a trip to Yosemite, you may need a reservation to enter the park. How the new reservation works, we'll have all the details when we come back.
Cause serious, dangerous damage to your AC system. Monarch Home Services is offering AC tune-ups for only $79. Book now to make sure your